Hey guys, how's it going? I'll be doing a what's on my iPhone video today since it's been requested a couple of times. So let's get started. The quite literal meaning of what's on my iPhone, I'm currently rocking an in-case Pro Slider case and I'm using a cheapo eBay screen protector. I'm also jailbroken on 4.3.3 and I used Pwnage Tool before the jailbreak actually came out. But let's get started anyway. This is the front page of my iPhone. These are the apps I definitely use the most on a daily basis. Some of the apps you won't be able to find in the App Store because I am jailbroken, so if it's not in the App Store, it'll definitely be in Cydia then. First one is Byte SMS, and that's a replacement application for the traditional SMS app on the iPhone. The reason why I use this over the regular one is because it actually allows you to have pictures of your contacts next to the message itself, and it also has a little pop-up window, so if you're in a different application and you do receive a text, instead of taking you back to the app, it'll open up a little box where you can reply and everything. Next one is Agenda, which is a really great alternative to the calendar app from the iPhone. It does sync up with the calendar app either through MobileMe or through your iPhone. I think it's a lot prettier, it's a lot simpler to use, and I think in the end it makes organizing a little bit easier. Photos, Camera Plus, which is definitely a favorite for a lot of iPhone photographers. YouTube, Shine, which is a really great weather app. I think this is the Apple weather app on steroids. Really clean, really minimalistic, yet it displays a lot of information. Then they have a flashlight that turns your back flash into a flashlight if you ever have an emergency or you drop something in the dark. Clock, calculator, Facebook of course. Tweetbot, which is my default Twitter application, amazing. The small details, the transitions in this app is just really impressive. I love Tweetbot. I can't really see myself using anything else these days. Next is Pocket Cast, which is a podcasting downloader and management. So I do listen to a couple podcasts when I'm driving home from school or work, and this downloads them, puts them in a way where it's really easy to use. And out of a lot of the podcast apps on the App Store, this is probably the most user-friendly. Settings, Google, which I use to Google of course. WhatsApp, which is a messenger for iPhone, Android, BlackBerry, maybe even Windows Phone 7, but it's multi-platform and it's free if you already have a data plan, because it doesn't use your standard text, and a lot of people use it and you don't have to set up with a PIN or an ID, it just uses your phone number. Reader, which is an RSS reader, and then your traditional 4 apps down here. Then you have Contacts, App Store, Tumblr of course. You can follow my Tumblr at themacintosh1.com. Quick plug there. And then in my storage folder I have Dropbox and iDisk. I use Dropbox for school, and then I use iDisk for all my personal files like pictures. Tiny Wings is probably my favorite game for iOS. I really don't play too many games. I'm not a big Angry Birds fan, but I think Tiny Wings is one of the few that keeps me playing for at least a couple hours. Engadget, Maps, Copilot USA, which is a great turn-by-turn navigation app for $5. It's a great value. I've been using the TomTom app. I've tried others that cost $30, $40, $50, but this one is just as comparable and at a quarter of the price. 1Password for managing my passwords. SoundHound allows you to hear a song. If you don't know the title, it'll find it for you. It used to be what Shazam was without costing money anymore, and the apps or the ads aren't as intrusive. Mint.com for my finances, CNN, Google Plus of course, and then I'm trying out this app called Alfred. It asks you for your favorite restaurants in your location and then finds you other restaurants. It's a really cute interface. Flickster, which is just movies, also has Rotten Tomato ratings built in. Game Boy Color emulator, so I can get my Pokemon Yellow on my iPhone, which is pretty cool, and that's the Cydia. Instagram, Words with Friends, College Confidential, which is a college forum for prospective high school students asking questions. And I find it a great resource if you are a high schooler. In my entertainment folder, I have Netflix and Hulu, pretty self-explanatory. And then my photography folder, I don't really use that often, but when I do open it, Flickr, Photoshop Express for editing, Fat Booth for making people fat, and then Panorama 360, which allows you to take panoramas without having to take separate photos. So you can do almost one flowing motion against the landscape and it'll stitch together automatically. Mobile Mouse, which connects to your computer and you can control it with your iPhone. Evernote for short notes. Shopping, I have the eBay selling app, which you can post directly to eBay with your iPhone, and then the Apple Store app. And then for utilities, I have the AT&T app for managing, minutes and stuff. Stay in Tune, which is a tuner for musicians, like for violins and guitars. Deliveries, which tracks your packages, and then Speed Test to check how fast you are on the network, either Wi-Fi or 3G. Pandora, and then under Education, I have a college search, which if you put it in a simple college name, I'll give you statistics like admissions information, racial breakdown, and all that stuff. And then the College Board question of the day, which I think is really handy. Last one is Nook, which is the Nook bookstore, and then the Nook reader itself. And then one last page. This page will be Eyewitness News, which is my local news station, remote to iTunes, which I'm actually using a lot less because I am using the free service on Spotify. I'm really considering switching over to Spotify now since it's so easy to build playlists, and if you do pay for the premium service, the app syncs your playlist pretty much automatically. In my finances folder, I really won't open it up, but it's just my banking information. Under my games, I have Game Center, Paper Toss, Toilet Paper, 100 Scalp, which is like a Nazi fighting game my friend likes to play, Cut the Rope Holiday, Yahtzee, Bird Strike, which I really like playing, Ramp Champ, Call of Duty Zombies, which I really do like playing. That's actually one of the few games I open up. The Sims Ambitions, Game Dev Story. The reason why I have 2 copies, I was playing the light version, I was doing well. I bought the full version, I'm not doing as well, so I keep both. More on Test, Fruit Ninja, which I love, and then Cooking Dash. Under social, these are the social networks that I don't use that often, but if I ever get contacted from a friend through one of these mediums, you know, I always have it. So I have Gowalla, Tango for video calling, Ping Chat for, you know, it's just like WhatsApp, but I think WhatsApp is better. Viber is free voice over IP calling, and then Skype, of course, which everyone knows. Deal News for checking down local news or local deals. Amazon, which I use a lot to buy, you know, everything because I have Amazon Prime, which is awesome. eBay, Optimum, which is my cable provider, and that's how I control my DVR. Google Translate, self-explanatory. StubHub was where I buy my tickets to local concerts and Broadway shows. Wallpaper HD, that's where I got my wallpaper on my iPhone now. Yelp for restaurant reviews, and then Chipotle, because I use that a lot actually to order. And that's pretty much it. That's my iPhone. I really didn't want to go into depth because these videos are more than 5-6 minutes long. If I went through every single app, you guys would probably get really sick and tired of the video. So if you guys have any more specific questions about any of the apps on my iPhone, feel free to leave a comment below or to Twitter me at the Macintosh1. And then of course check out the Macintosh1.com. So I'll see you guys soon.